Dr. Shelton, Superintendent here in Santa Monica, Malibu Unified School District. I'm here with Steve Massetti, our Bond Program Manager, and I wanted to share with you today some information about our bond program. Steve, we're going for a bond in November. So I wanted to share I wanted to ask you, what is this bond all about?
Well, thank you, Dr. Shelton, for having me. So Measure QS is a $495 million bond that will be on the November ballot. And the real focus is to do things like replacing leaky portables, improving and replacing some outdated plumbing and electrical, as well as improving our facilities for our students with additional classrooms.
Can we spend bond money on salary?
General obligation bonds are used for capital improvements, which means we can't use them on teacher salaries or administrator salaries. We also can't use them on normal operating costs like buying equipment or books for our classrooms or paying the electric bill, for example.
Talk to me about the benefits of the bond.
Our focus in Measure QS is going to be more on our elementary and middle schools, improving both of our middle schools with STEM buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be building a new STEM building at JAMS, as well as taking the old 500s, the shop building at Lincoln, turning that into 8th grade hub STEM building. And then at our elementary schools, we'll be adding TK to a few schools.
Will this bond get rid of these portables
Sure.
on some of these campuses?
At Grant, for example, you may remember we had a bunch of leaky portables a year or so ago. And this project is coming in. It's going to replace those 6 portables that we still have at Grant. Will be replaced by a new classroom building. We'll have taken out all of the portables except for Roosevelt and Franklin. The reason we aren't going to be able to do those in Measure QS is at those 2 campuses, we had a building we had to build first in order to make space to build the building that will replace the portables.
Could you talk a little bit about the cost to our residents?
Sure. That's a good question. So property owners will be taxed at a rate of about $28.70 per $100,000 of assessed value. So if the assessed value of your property is $1 million, then your annual payment would be $287. That's over a period of 30 years.
I know we have saved taxpayers tens of millions of dollars, but most people don't understand how that happens.
It's called refunding bonds, which is really, it's similar to refinancing a mortgage. And so the district has done that a number of times throughout the past 10 years or so. And the savings from that, I believe, was over $50 million. On top of that, we were able to time some of the bond sales, and with the district's high credit rating, we get a very competitive borrowing rate. And that, again, has resulted in, I believe, over $200 million in savings to the taxpayers.
What kind of projects are at the top of the list for Measure QS?
Be focusing on science and STEM buildings at our middle schools in particular, and then replacing some older, well, especially some portables, but certainly some older classroom buildings at our other campuses.
If this was to pass, what would be the benefits?
It's been shown that having good school facilities and a high quality school district helps increase property values. In addition, in Santa Monica, we've got a unique relationship with the city and a unique partnership, because so many of our campuses are used as park space on weekends and during the summer, for example.
Thank you so much for sharing so much about our bond program, and thank you for the support and work that you're doing within our school community.
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to come and talk about it.
I hope this conversation has provided some clarity about Measure QS and has informed our community of what it means for our schools and our community. Thank you so much.